Hashtag alive. Written and directed by, I'm not gonna fuck up his name, and starring, I'm not gonna fuck up their names either. This film is about one young man's struggle as he tries to survive the zombie outbreak, but he doesn't survive it by being a badass. He survives by barricading himself in his apartment, watching the carnage unfold via the news, or even worse, outside his own window. Supplies are scarce, and he spends weeks wondering if his family are still alive out there. This is a scary plot. I'm not going to beat around the bush here, guys. I love this film for 3 reasons. 1, I love zombie films, and apart from Train to Busan, I don't think I've enjoyed a zombie film like this since Wreck. It's a long ass time. 2, I absolutely adore it when movies can pull off being set in a limited location throughout the whole film. Considering most of this film was set in an apartment complex and I was never bored, yeah, this was right up my street. But 3, the most important reason why I love this film was its relatability. Not to shit on other zombie films, but it's pretty unlikely that we'd be lucky enough to spend a zombie outbreak hiding in a farm, shopping mall, or underground military bunker, or to just kind of sleep through all the carnage. Most of us would just lock ourselves away in our homes, suffering and trying to survive. And the closest I came to seeing that concept pulled off was in 28 Days Later. A father and his daughter are hiding away in their flat, leaving Christmas lights outside their windows, signaling to the outside world that they're still alive inside. Man, that's a terrifying situation. And I've always wanted to see that situation spun into an entire film. Well, it took them almost 20 years, but I finally got my wish. This film successfully pulled off the isolation and depression that comes with being stuck in the safety of your own home whilst the world has gone to shit. I was gripped to this guy, praying for his survival. But what also helped the relatability was how all of these characters struggled to defend themselves. They're not action heroes, they don't have an arsenal of guns at their disposal, and they're not like that muscle-bound badass from Train to Busan. He was fucking kick-ass. Now these guys are young and vulnerable, and killing the undead is far from easy for them. It weighs heavy on them. And that's where I want to talk about the action scenes. Now, no, this is not action heavy. There's only a few action scenes, they're very short, very small. However, those scenes were absolutely kick-ass. They were gripping, shot to perfection, man. Big wide shots revealing all of those amazing zombie extras with that badass makeup on. It was very intense. Now there are some issues here though. Sometimes the characters survive with moves that are a bit too perfect, a bit too choreographed at times. And sometimes the zombies are right next to our hero, but struggle to attack him because they're stiff and decomposed, slow. But as soon as he runs away from them, they can magically sprint after him like Bolt. It's all just conveniences to keep the tensions high whilst keeping our hero alive. Sounds like a bit of a nitpick, but it happened a lot for me to notice it. Now, a massive stereotype that we always see in these types of films is when humans become worse than the monsters. Well, this film kind of has that at times, but it's very small, and I kind of understood where it was all coming from. I kind of liked it, but this is what leads me to talk about the major flaws of this film that kind of sucked me out of it. The stereotype of humans becoming worse than the monsters, that contention actually led to a pretty drawn-out, corny scene about what it means to be human. I was only able to forgive it because the acting was so good. And there's loads of plot conveniences with items. No spoilers, but there are some scenes where lasers are being pointed inside someone's building, and I was like, right on time. Other times, someone might be suicidal just for them to change their mind at the last second due to the most convenient thing. And I'm like, there are plot conveniences, and then there's plot conveniences. But it wasn't enough to throw me off. I was completely gripped all the way up to the end, and this is where I got nervous. I knew it was going to be hit or miss, because if a film like this that I was this gripped to would out of the blue just sucker punch me in the face and just go, nope, sorry, this is the ending, it would have killed it for me. But thankfully that didn't happen. I personally really did enjoy the ending of this film, and it left me with a pretty satisfied feeling. And again, no spoilers, but I really liked this film's title. Originally I was like, what? #alive, seriously? But then when the ending credits went up, I really got thinking about what it meant, and that's actually a pretty good reason to have that typical irritating hashtag appear on the screen. I really liked it, and I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. Man, this Halloween has been pretty good for films. Plus, it's for free on Netflix. You guys got no excuse. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.